Ladies and gentlemen, how do?
Well, here we go again, folks. As Keir Starmer does his best to try and outdo Trump for making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Mr. Wrath and Vengeance with an added curry, and a beer Starmer I am in charge, and don't you forget it. Just suspended Dianne Abbott again. Yes, again, he had already suspended her for 12 months for a comment that the bought and paid for by the Friends of Israel, Stooge had deemed were anti-Semitic. Why did he suspend Dianne Abbott this time, you might very well ask? Did she let rip a silent but deadly? In the voting chamber, draw a picture of a cock and balls on one of Keir's posters. No, this time it was because Dianne Abbott dared to say that she stands by the very comments that got her suspended for 12 months. And that enraged the dear leader.
John, sorry to throw this one at you, but I'm just seeing a Labour Party spokesperson has said Dianne Abbott has been administratively suspended from the Labour Party pending an investigation. We cannot comment further while this investigation is going on. And this follows those comments she made, which she then rode back on John, and then was allowed back into the party, and now she said that she actually stood by what she said, basically.
Well, it's because she said she stands by what she said, of course, that she's in trouble. I mean, there really is a purge, isn't there, going on at the moment? And I mean, we talked earlier about the 4 Labour MPs suspended who are accused of repeatedly breaking the whip. Now, this is Dianne Abbott, of course, who there's absolutely no love lost between Dianne Abbott and Sir Keir Starmer. I always notice when she gets up during Prime Minister's questions, just to the right of where the Prime Minister stands, he can barely bring himself to look at her, look her in the eye. But clearly, she's in trouble again. There'll be a lot of sympathy for her. OK, she might hold left-wing views that not all Labour MPs agree with, but she is a popular Member of Parliament. She is the mother of the House, as she calls herself, after Harriet Harman quit as an MP. And, well, will there be a way back for Dianne Abbott? This means, of course, that I mean, along with John McDonnell, who was probably Jeremy Corbyn's most senior ally in Parliament, he was a Shadow Chancellor. Dianne Abbott was the Shadow Home Secretary. And well, they really are coming for the Corbynites, aren't they? The Stormtroopers, as they're known. And this is going to cause more division and rancour in the Labour Party. There are those who feel that the Prime Minister is being too heavy-handed. This is a different issue, of course. This is the anti-Semitism row, which the Prime Minister has vowed to stamp out. And of course, it's not quite the same as rebelling, although Dianne Abbott is no fan of the current regime. And, well, the splits, the divisions are growing deeper all the time, it seems. As we approach the summer recess, the PM kept talking in Prime Minister's questions yesterday about how MPs need a break and so on. Well, there's no break from the factionalism and infighting, it seems, in the PLP as we approach the summer recess.
And I just see, I'm just looking at what administrative suspension means, and it does, I understand, have the automatic effect of suspending the Labour whip in the House of Commons. So, as you say, I mean, it's interesting, given all this talk of a left-wing party.
Well, indeed. I mean, Dianne Abbott, of course, is close politically to Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn's party, Zara Sultana, rather jumped the gun and caught Jeremy Corbyn off guard, and they haven't launched that party yet, but opinion polls have suggested it might actually do quite well and take votes off the Labour Party. Now, would Dianne Abbott leave the Labour Party? John McDonnell has insisted he's got no intention of leaving Labour, hopes to get the whip back. Dianne Abbott, of course, is probably Labour to her core, but, I mean, she's being provoked, isn't she? They really are. It does look as though they're out to get her friends would say. One of her close allies, Belle Ribeiro Abbey, was one of those who was disciplined last night. She was a trade envoy. And as I say, the factionalism, they really are out to get the left at the moment. There's no there's no attempts to heal the wounds. And we were talking earlier about how in the Blair government, of course, Tony Blair used to tolerate dissent far more than Keir Starmer is. Big rebellions. I mean, there were regular rebellions in the Blair years, and yet there weren't these suspensions. There weren't this sort of action taken against not just veteran rebels like Dianne Abbott, but the younger new MPs that were punished last night. And clearly, this will be seen very much as a war on the left by the Prime Minister and his allies and his team in Number 10. So there'll be sympathy for Dianne Abbott. She is a trailblazer, one of the first black MPs in Parliament, 1987, along with Paul Boateng, Bernie Grant and Keith Vaz. And there's a lot of affection for her in the House. And, well, they've picked a fight with her again, and it probably won't end well.
Well, do not be surprised if there is a sudden rash of Keir posters with a cock and balls on them appearing in and around Westminster.
He's a wanker, and it does seem good like it bloody well should. He's a wanker, and he's always pulling his pud. He's a wanker, and it does seem good like it bloody well should. He's a wanker.
Massive shout out to the lads over on ALLShorts AI for making my words come to life. Say hello to them. Well, folks, if you enjoyed this video, then not only are you lovely people, but you also have great taste, and you should also subscribe to the Two Davies for news and politics from a very Scottish perspective, and that rantastic Mr. McGuinness. You should also subscribe to Mr. Daily Blasé's channel for merriment, mischief, and the Friday frolics. Cue growling cat.